As the cost of living here continues to rise, many of us are looking to jump. Even Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison is using New Zealand as an example of how things could be so much worse.
Are you growing curious regarding what's been going on with the prices of homes in New Zealand? We're going to talk about the New Zealand real estate market today and answer the real question on everyone's mind. Is the Kiwi real estate market about to explode? In this video, we're going to explain how the prices are changing, who is buying homes, and then predict what the future might hold for both investors and renters. So without further ado, let's get started. First, let's talk about how much a house in New Zealand usually costs. If we have a look at the numbers, prices fell sharply after hitting a high point in November 2021. They dropped by 17.8% before reaching a new low point in May 2023. But wait, things aren't all bad. After that, prices have gone up to 3.9%, which is a bit of a comeback. If you owned a Hamilton home that was worth $1 million at its peak, it would be worth about $800,000 now. That's a loss of about $146K on paper. The rate of decrease is different across the country though. The biggest drop was in the Kawerau district, which was 32.17%. Westland district, on the other hand, barely felt any change. This clearly shows how different the real estate market can be highly dependent on where you live. It's important that we also bring our focus to the sale of homes, which is also a great way to feel the heart of the market. For instance, in June 2021, there were over 100,000 different sales of real estate. Now, in May 2023, that number has dropped just to under 59,000. The market is showing signs of life again though, as 61,513 homes have been sold in the past year, ending in October 2023. Before we jump into what these stats actually mean, don't forget to take out 2 seconds from this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Now, getting back to the topic on hand. What can we expect as far as house prices go? Most people agree that it will go up slowly but steadily. In Auckland, for example, we expect a 6% yearly rise, which is a little less than the 7.1% average over the last 30 years or so. The rest of the country will grow by about 5% each year. At this point, things are moving less quickly, but still upward. The Real Estate Institute of New Zealand, REINZ, just said that house prices have gone up for a third month in a row. The national rate went up by 0.9% in August, after going up by 0.7% in July. This has led to a 2.1% rise from one quarter to the next. Who doesn't love a good story about someone coming back from the brink? A lot of economists and market experts are predicting that home values will go up again. Westpac thinks it'll go up by 8% in 2024, while Kiwi thinks it'll go up by 6%. It looks like the property market has turned a corner and is now going up again. Now, the recovery is being pushed along by both a lot of people moving and a slowing down of the building boom. Over 92,600 people moved here in the year ending in July, which is a record number of people moving here. There is an imbalance between demand and supply because of this increase and a slowdown in building new homes. The head economist of Kiwi says that this difference will probably cause house prices to go through the roof in the next few years. Don't forget about loan rates and money costs either. The official cash rate has gone up by a high amount, which is making it harder for people to pay their bills. Interestingly though, the large number of people moving is supposed to help the economy grow. So, higher long-term interest rates might keep house prices down in the future, but the population boom will have a big effect. Indeed, Westpac's top economists thinks that house prices will rise by an overall 8% by 2024. This basically shows a market that is both full of opportunities and full of problems. It's a complicated and changing world where investors and homeowners can make or break deals based on their research and time. We can't overlook the global economic scene and its influence on our local market. With the world economy gradually recovering from the pandemic, international investors are eyeing New Zealand as a stable and promising market. This could mean an influx of foreign investment, potentially driving prices even higher. And on the policy front, the government's recent housing initiatives aimed at its increasing affordability could shake things up. These include support for first-time homebuyers and restrictions on foreign ownership, all intended to balance the scales a bit. So, this has the potential to significantly impact the market dynamics. You might be wondering, where might prices go up more quickly? So let's try and answer that. At the moment, places like Wellington City, Grey District, and Christchurch City are not worth as much as they should be, which makes them ideal for growth. On the other hand, places like South Waikato and Mackenzie District might grow more slowly because they are overpriced. But house prices aren't the only thing that matters. Rates of interest play a big role in this story. They've been going up because of things like the big rise in prices after COVID and problems in the job market and supply lines. The market has gone up and down because of this, but remember that every market does. So what does this mean for you as a homeowner or investor? It's true that the market is tough, but there are still chances. There is a bigger range of properties available and prices are more reasonable. Also, don't forget that property values tend to rise over time. All you have to do is ride out the rounds. Now, for the big question, is now a good time to invest? You should spend when you can, of course. You might want to wait for prices to go down even more, but keep in mind that nobody has a crystal ball. It's possible that we're at the bottom of the market. Some places may already be there, with deals compared to 18 months ago, or even 18 months from now. One important thing to remember is that getting money is very important. You don't want to wait until the last minute, only to find that the bank won't lend you the money. If you have the money to spend, you might want to do it while the iron is still hot. So, the New Zealand real estate market is very interesting and hard to understand. The market is full of both challenges and possibilities, with house prices, sales volumes, and interest rates all changing all the time. Whether you're an experienced trader or a first-time buyer, it's important to understand these factors so you can make smart choices. Keep an eye on the market and think about your choices. Remember that time is the most important aspect when it comes to real estate. Don't forget to check out some of the other videos on your screen.